Good morning. I am so happy that you are here, that you chose to change your life for a better, that you could have been doing all kinds of things in your life right now, but you chose to sit here and go through this very short training. And I'm so grateful and happy that you made it here. Um, you are here with Jules. My name is Julia, but sometimes I go by Jules. And I'm standing firm on believing in whatever it is you're doing, believing in yourself, working hard to whatever you believe in, believing in yourself. You're working on yourself, working on your business, and then achieving it. So believe in yourself, believe in your product, work hard on yourself, work hard on your product, and you will achieve a very good profit in the end, both spiritually, mentally, and what's the other one? Financially. So once again, I'm very thankful that you are here, that you chose to be here, and you made a great choice. So today's training is going to be on yourself, who you are, and what matters in business. So when you start any type of business, you like need office, you need paper and pen, you need a car, you need a phone, you need a laptop, all kinds of things. That is true. But a reality, number one thing that you need, like I can strip you of everything. Like you could be just wearing a suit and that's it. And that is enough. It might sound weird, it might sound not true, but that is enough. You is the only thing that matters in business. If you take any type of businesses, local businesses, internet businesses, stores online, coffee shops, restaurants, any kind of type of business, cleaning business, you name it. What matters in that business is you, how you present your business, how you talk to people, how you develop the business. So I can give you all the tools, but if you're
Mama,
not the right kind of person, you will not be
Mama,
successful. Give me just one second.
когда мне пойти?
Если ты уже успокоился, ты можешь идти.
Я уже
Иди.
успокоилась.
So you is the key to your business. So developing yourself, once again, you will hear this over and over again, developing yourself, understanding yourself, and understanding your audience, your public, your customers is the key. So here you are. You don't know nothing. You don't have any background. You're totally lost in this world and you need a direction. And the direction is personally develop yourself. I just made a post on my Facebook. I said, always be yourself plus. What does it mean? When you are on the phone with a prospect and you're saying, hey, this is this so and so, how are you doing? How are things going? I am kind of trying to tell you about this product. We can tell you're reading. And when you're fake you, people can smell it, people can see it, people can taste it, and it's a red flag for them. Okay? So when you look at somebody else, you look how they carry themselves, and you take all that and you put it on you, it's like putting a mask on, constantly doing this, and people know you have a mask on. But if you look at another person, and you say this person is a fun person. There's, I don't know if you are aware, but there are, I believe, four to six types of human beings. We're like fun people, we're the obsessed people. We have to have order, everything in order, everything perfectly. We have people who are all about people, all about saving planet. We're all about ourselves and who we are, and so there's so many different personalities. So when you look at this person and you're like, wow, I want to be just like them. And they're like the fun people. Yeah, going and screaming and their music is loud and they're got this all colorful stuff on. But you're a perfectionist and you come into your family or your business with this, oh yeah, and people are like, That's not you. People will smell it, people will see it, people will know that you're being fake. So what you need to do is you need to look at this fun person who's outgoing, who's crazy on the stage, who's doing all these things, crazy in the meeting. You learn word for word what he's saying, what he's doing, but then you apply it to yourself with who you are. For example, I'm perfectionist. I'm trying to cut it out of my life. I'm trying to be more lenient, be more forgiving, because being a perfectionist is like the worst person in the world, because we have like standards and we expect everybody to be at those standards, and that's wrong, because we're perfectionists. We love the law. We want everybody to follow the law to like the tiniest bit, but we don't always do what we expect others to do. So this is why I'm cutting back so much um, on being perfectionist, and that was one of the blessings in my life when I failed so miserably on my personal life. When I did some things I wasn't supposed to do, and some bad things happened to me. I finally realized that I can't control my life. I can't control the life of other people. So I'm not a fun person. Like, I can be fun and it is part of my personality, but not majority of my personality. So if I look at this fun person outgoing, he's out screaming, all rah rah, and then I come into my setting and I'm all that, people know. So take whatever it is he's doing or she's doing, learn from it and apply it to who you are. So if I'm not a fun, screaming, yelling, bright colors person, I'm just more laid back. I'm going to use all the information they're saying to me, but I'm going to use it in my tone, in my voice, in my clothing. I'm going to speak from the heart of who I am. So being yourself is very, very important to your business. Find out who you are. Find out who your customers are, because you cannot apply same technique to every single person. If say this fun person comes up to you and he's like, hey, I'm looking for this, that, and you're like, well, and they're more likely not to buy things from you. But if you approach them with who they are based on their personality, it's like, whoa, things will change. If you approach people who love animals and love the planet and you approach them with that, they'll be like, oh, I found my person. Okay. So knowing who you are, understanding yourself, developing yourself to become a better, I don't want to say salesperson, but better on a personal level person. Caring for your customers, genuinely caring, giving them compliments, genuinely giving them compliments, being part of their life some type of way, understanding who they are, learning about your customers, knowing what they want, knowing who they are on a what did I say on what kind of character they are. Okay, so you need so much information in order to be successful, but you can't get that overnight. You, once again, plan it out. You take your business plan that we discussed. If you haven't seen my video on business plan, I suggest you go back and look through my channel. My channel is called Believe, Work, Achieve. Go back to my channel and look for business plan development video. Um, so we got this business plan going out, right? And then we developed on weekly basis, and then we developed it or scheduled it out on daily basis. And somewhere in your daily basis, put down, learn about yourself, develop yourself on a personal level. Find out who you are. Take tests. There's like, if I say billion, I'd probably be too short. There are so many different tests that you can take online. I know I did 3 or 4 different tests online. I actually paid for one, and I paid for one, but they gave me 2, and I gave it to a friend of mine. I don't remember where I got it from or how I got it, but if I find out, where that task is at, I will put that link on the bottom of this video so you can take a task of who you are, unless you already kind of know who you are. Another way to do it, it's going to sound weird, but you can sign up for a free dating website, and sometimes free dating websites will give you like 10-hour 10-hour long, but it will give you so much details on who you are. So sign up for the website, take the test, and then leave the website unless you want to find your match. So you will have this awesome, developed, very detailed plan of who you are. And then you will apply to your business. So if you're a professional, you will know that about yourself, and you will read them professionals, how they carry themselves, how do they do things, how do they say things. It's all about knowing who you are and using it to your advantage. It's all about knowing who your customer is and using it towards your and their benefit, because when a customer comes to the store, they want something. When the customer comes to the store, you want something. So it's a win-win situation. But if you don't treat your customer right, your customer is not going to give you stuff. Okay? So you're unhappy and your customer is unhappy. But if you know how to treat your customer, the customer will be satisfied and give you what you need or what you want. Okay? So it's you and your customer. That's the two things you need to learn about yourself and your people in order to be successful. Um, biggest biggest eye opener for me was this awesome book. I don't even know where my book is at. Give me just 1 second. There it is. This book is like 5,000 pages. It's not that long. I'm just saying it, but I called the bookstore, and the bookstore that I went is my favorite bookstore. It's a secondhand bookstore. They have some brand new books, and they have some cheap books. There it is. So this is the cover of the book. They didn't have the book I had, but they had two books in one. So I'm like, you know what? More blessing to me. So the book is called How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's the book I want you to read, the top one. But this one also has How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie, I think it's called. Um, Remember when I mentioned to you guys that some things we know, like in the back of our mind, but then if somebody comes and mentions it to us, and you're like, yes, I knew that, but I didn't know that to know that. um, so this book opened up my eyes on so many different levels, on so many different things, and I am so excited and so thankful for learning about this guy and understanding a lot of things on who human beings are, how we to carry ourselves, how we to influence people, how we to make friends. And Bible says that, if you want to have friends, you must be friendly. It's kind of like common sense. That's what I'm saying. Certain things are common sense, but we don't understand those things because we don't know them. Like nobody pointed our nose and said, look, in order to have friends, you must be friendly. In order to have customers, you must know what they want, what they need in order to cover those wants and needs. So I highly 100% like stop this video right now. Run to the library, run to the bookstore, Amazon. I bought it for $12.99. Barnes and Nobles have it for $16.99, but they have only one book. So see, that's why I love secondhand bookstores. And Amazon, I believe it have it for like $1.99. I am trying to find different kind of ways for you guys to be able to get all this resource just with a click of a button. So I'm working hard on it, and I'm developing myself as I speak, and as I'm trying to develop you. Um, that everything is in process right now. So bear with me. I will, like I said, give you a lot of information on how to get these books, where to get them, but I'm working very hard towards developing a system where I can actually put links under my video. You can click on it and just buy that stuff online. You don't even have to leave your house. And some of the things you can actually download, which is awesome. Anyway, so this book has changed my life on so many levels. I was, when I was reading, I wasn't even reading it. I was like eating it. I was like devouring it. And what's exciting about life is that you don't really realize how much time you have until you start finding that time. Okay, so I'm in the car waiting for my people to leave the place so I can go in and clean it. So I'm sitting in the car and I'm like, oh, I have time. I started reading, and then in a sauna, and I'm like, oh, I have time. So you will be surprised how much time you actually have when you start really thinking about, okay, this is free time. What can I do in this free 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes? Okay. So when you start doing that, you will realize how much time you actually have. And I highly, 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 highly suggest take one day out of the week and give it to TV. You know, like if you love shows, if you love certain things online that you just must watch, do it once a week, and then for rest of the week, develop yourself personally, because the shows, the TV will not bring you any type of business, any type of personal development. I kind of disagree with that a little, but because I've been watching a lot of shows and I have a lot of information on a lot of things, especially like people. Like I learn how people talk, how people walk. I know it's fake, but all that is taken from reality. So there are shows that I highly would suggest to watch. Like I love The Good Wife. They stopped showing it because they ended it, which I'm depressed about. But I got a lot of sense of understanding on the law part, like how lawyers work, how the court system works, and all that stuff. So I would not say all the shows are bad. Plus, like there's Discovery Channel, there's History Channel. There's a lot of things that are very good and informational. But you know, devote only certain time. Don't cut it out, because what I've noticed is when you cut something out of your life completely, you will go nuts and you will go back to it full time. But if you give it a certain amount of time, you will find yourself more successful with cutting it out more and more and more on later on. Okay? So leave your couch life potato life behind, because it has nothing to do with who you are today. It has led you to today. And what are you today? Probably broke, probably don't have any savings, probably have some money on credit card that you can't pay with your current paycheck. So think of it this way. What am I doing to make my life better? And that's going to be a next video, because I really want you to think of why are you doing what you're doing, and should you be doing it on daily basis and constant basis, or should you leave that? But so devote a little hour or two for TV or whatever it is programs that you're watching, and then rest of your week, the time you used to spend in front of TV, spend that time in front of TV, but on YouTube, mentoring yourself from all these awesome mentors that are doing all kinds of free webinars, all kinds of free things. You will be shocked at how much information is out there for free. But, and that's one of the things that I'm going to highly suggest. There's the free type of work that will lead you to a longer time to get to your success. And there is expensive, like really. Some of the courses are like 10,000. I'm like, 10,000. But of course, you know, down the road, I might be like, here's 10,000. I'll buy that. um, but there are courses which are like 500, 300, 200, whichever it is you can afford. There are books, there are CDs, there are DVDs that have like all this information, keys, like the keys, you know, you have house that you can enter through the window, through this, through that, but you would have to break the machine to break it down. You would have to find a ladder to climb it, right? There's so many obstacles that you have to go through in order to get into the house. And there's the person, realtor, standing with the key, and he says, just give me money and I'll give you the key. And I used to be against it. I used to be like, all information should be for free. But then again, these people take so much time. They go through so much schooling. They go through so much life experiences that it would be robbing them if we don't want to pay for something that's going to change our life. So, and that's what I did. I pushed back. I said, I can't afford it. This is not for me. I can't do this. And I was not successful because I didn't have the keys. And now I'm like, I'm willing to pay $10. I'm willing to pay $40. I'm willing to pay $100, whatever it is gonna take you to afford whatever it is you want to do for your life. Like I said, there's so many different courses. There's so many different people out there that can give you the juicy information, the key information to open up to so many doors. And some places will be for free. Like I got this, like I said, I bought this for $12.99, but it's 2 books, so it's $6, $6.50 each book, which is very, very cheap. And I'm type of a person, the reason why I buy my books is because I'm a hoarder. I'm a book hoarder. Like, oh, if I lived in Buffalo, New York right now, I would still have all my books from high school and probably from my first year of college. Because to me, it's a thing I can go back to any moment. It's a thing that I can go back and devour it again because I missed something the first time. And Dale, what's his name? Dale, let me see. Dale highly suggests. He said, I still have this book and I still listen to myself. And I'm like, wow. And that's how I am. Sometimes I go back to my old videos and I'm listening and I'm sitting there like, wow, she's preaching so good. And I'm looking as an outsider. I'm not looking as I'm praising myself. I'm listening to myself and I'm like, whoa, this girl got so much information. I forgot about this. And this is exactly what he says. He says, read this book, read a couple of times, highlight things, go back to those things, reread them on a daily basis. And this is what I do. I'm serious. Like, I am such a junkie for books. And look at this. I highlight all my stuff. I see. Oh, sorry. So like all my books are, I'm telling you, like everything is. I even did that illegally in college. I mean, I would highlight some books and I knew that I wasn't going to need the book and I would sell it back, but all my books have so many marks, so many highlights, and it's easy because when you go back to the page that is empty, you don't know where all the juice is. But when you go back to the page where it has like yellow highlighter or pink or green or double line or something, I don't know, star next to it, you're like, whoa, this is the juice, this is what I need. So instead of reading the whole book, you just go back to the chapter and get the keys out of there. So I highly suggest for you to purchase the book, but if you don't want to purchase the book and if you can't afford it, then you can get it from the library and just read it and then return it, and you can also go back and read it again. um, so going back to who you are, find out who you are, learn about yourself, find out who your customers are, and apply your learned experiences towards that. And that's what Dale is talking about. He's talking about knowing who you are, understanding yourself. I also got that from Mark. um, I can never remember his name. Mark is I believe from Puerto Rico. He lived here probably all his life. He does marriage counseling, and that's where I got the test from. He has a paid test of finding out who you are, understanding yourself, learning about yourself, applying all these techniques to yourself, applying these techniques to your customers. Remember what I said? Always outdo your competition. So if you have someone in the business online who's running a, I'm going to call it scam business. Oh, you're not going to do anything all day long. You're just going to be making $3,000 a day. Apply today. Apply right now. It's a bunch of bogus amateur scam. And I will talk about, I believe there's 4 types of people out there online. And I want you to be one of them. And I believe we all start at number 1. Then we go to 2. Then we go to 3. And I think it's 3 or 4. I can't remember. So I want you to be the last person. And the reason why I want you to be the last person is because you're going to be much more successful being the last person, because the amateurs are the least successful people online. So know who you are, be yourself, and you will be successful. I have to run, and I love you for being here. I give you a lot of praise and credit for developing yourself, for being here constantly, and understanding that without training, you will not acquire a lot of success. So, like I said, once again, thank you so much for being here, for taking your time out of your busy schedule and trying to build an empire for yourself and changing so many lives in the future. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye bye.